For those who've been wondering why you need or how you can use your money market fund account, these are 5 different ways that you can use these MMF accounts or fixed income fund accounts, or basically 5 reasons why you need to open that money market fund account urgently. Welcome to another money conversation. It's definitely another reason for you to subscribe or follow if you're yet to. So please take that moment and press that button so that we'll be learning a lot more from the coming videos. Straight to the point, the first way that you can use a money market fund account is as your place to keep your emergency fund. An emergency fund is the first #1 baby step everyone needs to take in this financial journey. It is unfortunately the most ignored step, and I think 9 out of 10 from my interactions do not have an emergency fund. An emergency fund, as the name suggests, should be that money that has been set aside to help you cater for emergencies when or if they arise, because they will arise. How big should this fund be? Many experts want to suggest that it should be something you should consider at least 3 times to 6 times your monthly expenses or income, whichever is higher, but at least not less than the total expense over that given duration. But since this could take some time to achieve, because pesa ni kidogo for so many people, yeah, my suggestion is that you ensure you have your first goal to raise at least 1 month to like 2 months worth of your monthly income first. Like, you need to start there. For some, that could be something like, say, 100,000 bob in your money market fund account, or for some it's 50k, but don't take it for granted. Like, pause this video right now and calculate that figure. How much is that 6 months for you? Then once you get it, forget about everything and send every disposable income towards this every time that you earn or get an income. And when I say everything, I mean, like, forget about investing in shares, forget about rates, forget about treasury bonds, forget about all those other things, forex and that, and focus on this baby step with all your arsenal. Your emergency fund needs to be where it can be preserved, where it can beat inflation, and where it is liquid enough to be accessed over short notice, because it is an emergency fund. It's supposed to be accessed when there's an emergency. The second way that you can use your money market fund account is for savings or accumulation. This is the other neglected part of the financial journey that very many people, like, by they overlook. Majority do not even have savings of any sort, but they want to invest. This is more like you want to start a venture in any field, but you do not have the capital. So this could be a goal to raise money or capital to buy or invest somewhere else. And if I may give an example, so that you may get me clearly, it is something like you aspire to get enough money to start a business or to open a new source of income through an asset, but all you have right now is your salary. In order for you to get from point 0, yes, to that capital that you are looking towards, you're going to need to start saving from your current income. If you want to invest in treasury bonds, for example, there's a minimum that is required, 50k. If you want Mansa X for slightly better returns, there's a minimum that is required, 250k. And in order for you to get from point 0 or where you are at this given point, then you need to save. Why you need a money market fund for this is because you can earn returns while you save or accumulate, because it's also an investment account. So now, as you go for your goals, you are also earning a return, which means you're killing what? 2 birds with 1 stone. The third way a money market fund account can be used is as a source of passive income. There are usually 2 types of income, major ones, and one is active and the other one is passive. Active income is when you are involved, yeah, in the money generation. But when it is passive income, it is when you either like did something once, but you keep earning from the same without being actively involved in the generation of that return or that money. So to many people that are starting out here in this money market fund journey, this might not really make so much sense, because you think that the returns you're getting are too small, 50 bob, 20 bobs, you 1 bob per day, yeah. But when we are talking about someone who has accumulated funds over a given period of time, that's someone that has disposed of their property or asset, and they have a lump sum instead of going into another active income generation such as building rentals or farming, among other options that you can think of. You can take that money, deposit it in a money market fund account, and start earning interest monthly from your money market fund account. Let me give you an example. If you have, say, an idle land lying somewhere without any cash flow, you could actually sell that property and start earning passive income from your investment. You create cash flow. Someone in my audience, by the way, watching right there, a good friend of mine, had 2 prime plots that were lying idle for like 7 years for lack of funds to develop, and then sold them for 15 million, but which after 3 months now in a row, he has been getting a monthly cash flow of between 125,000 to 135,000 per month net. He only needs 60K to add on to the kidogo pension that he gets, and then the rest is reinvested to keep the fund growing as he enjoys his early retirement. Imagine most retirees run to build houses, which hastens in harakisha their death. Ama they build up their pressure from agents, from tenants, yet they can enjoy passive income at a rate that is better than most of those real estate projects, by the way. And you don't need millions to get passive income, but if your lump sum can earn you an extra income, why not? If you're learning and have reached this point, why don't you give this video a like and subscribe, because that feedback, Maze, means a lot to me and my team. Let's continue. The fourth way that you can use your money market fund account is to grow or multiply the seed or money that you already have. This, of course, is self-explanatory, but I would like to use an example. Many have condemned money market funds that they cannot be used to grow money, but please consider this before you join that group that dismisses the potential behind this low-risk giant. We have seen 18% returns. We have seen 7%, 8%, but what we've not seen yet is a negative return, like -5% or zero return. That means that the average over time is usually a positive one. So if we work with an average of 10%, for example, someone raising 10K a month for 20 years in a normal savings account or a zero return account will have an average of 2.4 million. For example, let us work with an average of 10%. Someone raising 10K a month for 20 years in a normal savings account, those accounts with zero return would have an average of 2.4 million. But if you invest the same in a money market fund, returning this average of 10% through this period, your fund will have grown to about 7.6 million, Bob. That is only achievable through the power of what we call daily compound interest, which is at work through the money market fund accounts that many despise out here. And let me shock you even further. Even if I stopped contribution and left that money there for another 5 years, guess what? It will grow to 12.625 million or 20.81 million in another 10 years without an extra top up to this account. I hope you now see how this account can be used to grow and multiply your seed. All you need is discipline and patience, because this is not a get rich quick zone. Like get rich quick, tafuta huko kwingine. And last but not least, the fifth use of a money market fund is as a safe parking zone for your money. You have money supposed to carry out a project or buy an asset, but still in that planning phase, put that money in a money market fund account. You have taken this loan, from a SACCO, from the bank, but yet to implement the next step in the plan that you have in mind, think while your money is in a money market fund account. The money market fund account gives you a safe yet liquid zone to have your money park while it's on its way from point A to point B. Any shilling earned on top of your money is ensuring that you're fighting against the devaluation or the purchasing power through this monster known as inflation. But at the same time, you are in a zone that you won't wake up to a negative or a drop in the value of your deposited amount, like if you put it in the shares or the stocks. This is not to say that the money market fund comes with zero risk, like haina risk kabisa, but at least the measures that have been put in place and practiced for over 20 plus years have ensured that it remains in the brackets, zile brackets of the list in the risk categories. There are several ways that you can still use the money market funds, but as you continue to discover and innovate, make sure you take the steps to change your financial future. On measures that you can put in place to ensure the safety of your funds, make sure to watch this other video over here if you haven't yet watched it, and see you in the next video.